have Atlantean Mermail good stuff for you, the power of Kashtira, and don't forget, Goblin Bikers exist. Make sure you guys smash and grab out that subscribe button, and make sure you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Hey, so you guys wanted to see some Mermail action out here. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Mermail has kind of been forgotten about, actually. I've not seen a lot of people bringing Mermail to the table right now. I don't know if it's just kind of the way that the meta is positioned right now, or people can't really do the thing, but like getting a minstrel look and turning it down your opponent's hand seems pretty good. But obviously, if your opponent Mulcharmy Fool wasses you, or, you know, Perulias you, well, you know, you're kind of invalidating some of the results you're going to get with this. In a combination of two Mulcharmies is, giga yikes. But still, Mullen Glacier's hand rip is still an incredibly broken thing. Going through the standard Mermail lines are also going to be fine. The only thing that feels a little bit weak right now is Impulse's relevance in today's meta. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, but if you're looking at the general power that we're kind of seeing right now in the format, yeah, this card has definitely taken a snoozer, and there's nothing wrong with that right now. It just means that, you know, depending on where you're playing a deck like this, will depend on how good Impulse is going to be. If you're playing it more of a, you know, I'm going to stop a Rizal or a card from resolving, you got 3 cards. If you're hitting a Maliss player, well, you're probably going to be hitting more of the combo extenders, so that's fine. Also, Deep Sea Coelcanth is one of the worst bricks to ever exist in the game, but if it's resolving and you're getting the double Abyss Bike out and you're getting into the second Bahamut Shark, getting the Toad loaded up on the field, if you're getting to double Toad, you're probably winning the game. Like, I don't really imagine much of a deck that's going to have a fun time trying to overcome that. Also, we are doing the one copy of the Virtue Stream in here. Still a cute little card to be searching off of the Levature Dragon, but you know, it does work out. So yes, we have some Mermail action. Yes, deck is still doing fine. No real major changes. Ooh, we have Kashtira for you out here. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is this Kashtira deck, as a pure, like, wholesome deck, yeah, no, not so much. Nobody's really been playing this. It's been, ooh, hey, I'm gonna go splash my Fenrir's and Unicorns in every other deck. I'm gonna use this as, you know, the ability to step through this. Going second cards are really running this. So when you take a step back out here and you're like, today I'm gonna play Kashtira cards, but with no other package. You know, there's no Fiendsmith stuff in this deck. You know, you could probably get away with playing a Fiendsmith package. There's nothing wrong with that, all right? We've already seen Fiendsmith Kashtira do well. It's performed very well across the board, but now you've chosen to go with absolutely strong mid-range control. And the whole thing with this is, you know, the Fenrir Unicorns, whose jobs are to clean up whatever your opponent's doing. But with a deck like this, you're actually using Shangri-La to, you know, start controlling zones and make it so your opponent can't play. If you play the one Pendulum player in your entire region, well, congratulations, you just won the game because you're main decking Shangri-La. Like, so stupid that this actually gets away with working, but you know what? I think it's cool. We are also doing the Heat of the Soul G-Golem shenanigans. You know, your whole purpose is to set this thing up on the field and then start drawing some cards. As long as we can draw some hand traps, it's really cool. Also, you know, we must not have a lot of Maliss players running around in this environment, because the fact that we are playing Shifter out here, if you Shifter a Maliss player, you got to just wear that clown mask all day long. You're just going to be like, oh, shit. All right, +1/+1/+1, rolling all the way around out here. And you're just like, ugh, that's so disappointing. But standard mid-range control still looking a little bit more viable than other things that I've seen. Not necessarily a bad thing. I'm happy to see that this is on the table for players, actually. Ooh, we have some Goblin Bikers for you. Now, one of the coolest things I saw out of this weekend was players actually stepping up to bat with Goblin Bikers. People actually are going, hey, Maliss is a pain in my ass. I'm so sick of this. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to play Goblin Biker so we can just start detaching all those materials off of that stupid Dreadnator. All right, that Dreadnator got 4 materials. Well, congratulations, you know, just lost a couple of them. You've got stupid things like the Boom Mock out here. It's just eating those materials off of it. Just not even caring. Like, free revive from the graveyard? Pfft. Sure, like, I'll take that. The whole big thing with this is, obviously, Meteor Logic's not going to be your friend, detaching that. Having your opponent go, oopsies, I negate Z's. What you gonna do, Z's? a little bit of an annoyance for sure, but you've got a deck like this, you know, basically doing the full rank up package in here. As just remember, 2 level 3s is Armor Torpedo on into the Fortress, and then, you know, you're making what, like the Crystal Zero, like the Lancer. It's kind of stupid. I also do see, yes, we have Jormungandr and Leviathan in here now as some really, we've come a long way out here, actually. You know, you can actually make this, which is kind of crazy because you got the level modification. You can set things to 9 now. So, oh man, I've not really seen anybody talking about that, but you know what? I'll take that. That's really, really cute. Hey, Goblin players out there, if you want to have some fun, I think that this is a hilarious frickin' interaction, man. Like, just level modify into the Jormungandr, like, what your opponent's supposed to do. Outside of that, I see we are doing just fine on playing the rest of this deck. Just detach the materials. You'll be fine. Oh, what in the world is this? We have some Dragon Ruler action for you in here. Now, let's call it what it is. All of the current Dragon Ruler interactions have to do with the whole Basil Rose shoot and the Red Rose Dragon actually being unrestricted. I'm not saying that this deck is, you know, crazily broken, but, you know, we got some pretty broken interactions in here. I also see we are doing full Fiendsmith combo in here, as of course, but we're also playing a semi-little extra piece to the Horus line out here. We're playing the Dumaltef. I see we're not playing Dear Old Quef, which is okay, I suppose. I was playing the one copy of the Shy-Ren. Shy-Ren's still getting some playtime out here. The fact that your opponent does something and you're like, oh, it's just to go ahead and send free mill 3. Like, your opponent's going to look at you and they're going to go, huh, like, this is kind of stupid. Also, in a deck like this, if you're getting this stupid thing to resolve, holy shit, you're going into a game-winning position. I feel absolutely bad if you go into this event playing against this deck and your opponent activates this card and you don't have a response for it, because every one of these potential engines here, let's go ahead and look. So this is our opening hand. Holy shit, we're broken. We mill, you know, like 15 cards here. That's disgusting. Like, or even mill 20. Well, we got Dragon Rulers out the wazoo. You have 2 names down already for this King Sark. That's disgusting. All right. I mean, this feels like a pretty normal hand. This is how I'm going to brick multiple Dragon Rulers. But I mean, okay, hey, look, attack talents plus this in the discard here. And we have full Fiendsmith combo. Jesus. Just looking at this deck, I'm disgusted, man. This is one of those things that really is going to kind of shine this format. You got to just appreciate the fact that, you know, the Dragon Rulers are still very, very strong pieces to the meta. And, you know, I think we'll have some creativity with them. Ooh, hey. So for you Maliss players out there, reason why I've been trying to include as many Maliss decks as I can is there's been so many different opinions on which way to go with this deck. You know, do I want to play the Kashtira base? Do I want to play Sky Striker? Do I want to play pure without Kashtira? You know, what's the game plan out here? Which method of this are we going to go with? So this one is playing the 6-card package. So you're doing the 1 Fenrir, the triple Unicorn, the 1 Birth. Actually, it's 7 because we're playing 2 Raceloth in here. So basically using this package to put the extra bodies on the field. And of course, mid-range Kashtira things, getting those extra grips, especially in the Maliss mirror match out here. Your opponent tries to do something and you just shave a card off of their extra deck. You're like, oh, hey, I'm going to take one of your pieces away, banish it face down. And your opponent's going to be like, well, you know, that's really, really, really annoying. You know, especially Heart's Cryptor out here. Yeah, you can kind of get into some really annoying things. I see we're also playing the Book of Eclipse for Rizal. That way we can kind of control their options so they can't actually play the game. But outside of that, the way that Maliss is currently structured, it's still just the 7 names and field spell and you're off to the races. This is by far the definition of 1-card engines so that you can get the deck going. Truthfully, you've got some cute interactions in here. I like that. I'm happy to report that Maliss is still, you know, doing what Maliss wants to do. A lot of people just are not prepared for this. Even though Lancia is the best side deck card you can possibly have for them, people are just not really prepared for this. So, what do you guys think about all of these cool decks showing up out here, though? Please, comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys.
Patrons!
Thank you. Ah!
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.